I'm leaving that in.
You better link my socials in there. Link my Twitch account that I can't stream on because my computer's trash.
All right, so welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we are in the little smart car. This is my 16-year-old son, Joshua. Say hello, Josh.
What's up? Hello. Greetings.
Hello, Josh. It's Joshua, but you know, Josh. So anyway, today's video, Joshua and I were out just running some errands. He's working on getting his license, trying to get his 50 hours of behind the wheel time in. So this is why we got the little smart car, and we stopped at Chick-fil-A. For those of you that are locals, it is in the town of Crystal Lake. So we stopped at Chick-fil-A in Crystal Lake, and we went in and sat down. We parked the car, and this huge diesel pickup truck, big jacked up 4x4, drove by the window, and I kind of looked and saw him drive by. And as the truck drove by, I thought, wow, the antithesis of what we're driving. So then, lo and behold, the truck pulls around and parks next to the smart car. So both Joshua and I noticed it. I looked outside and they're parked next to it. So I said, there's guys parked next to the car. And as the driver climbed out of the truck, and I mean climbed down out of this truck, he starts looking at the car. And I said, look, they're looking at it. And I said, oh, he's got his phone out. So then I got my phone out and I got a couple pictures of them taking pictures of the smart car. Well, when we went in, or when they came in and sat down, as they were walking to the building, I made eye contact with them, and so they smiled and waved. And they walked in, a couple really nice guys, and they said, "Is that your car?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "You want to pick it up and stick it in the back of the bed of your truck?" And they laughed, and we had maybe a 10-minute conversation with them. It was really great. And there's this mindset that big diesel pickup truck owners hate EV owners, and that's not necessarily the case. There might be a little bit of hatred there for Tesla in particular, but I haven't really encountered much of that. But what I have seen is this little smart car seems to attract attention. It's bordering on driving an exotic or something. If you park this car anywhere and there's people nearby, they're going to go over and look at it, and they're going to ask you about it. Part of it is because it's small, but part of it is because it's electric. And there are a number of gas-only smart cars in our area, and only a couple of electric ones. But they've got that electric symbol on the side, and that green stripe around the car just kind of screams, this is electric. So the guys were really excited about it. I thought for sure they'd come in and say, you know, that's a piece of junk, and why would anyone be in that thing? But no, they were really nice about it, and they said, is that your car? Yeah. Is it electric? Yeah. How far does it go? So we had that whole conversation, and I said, I have a Tesla Model 3. And he says, oh, a buddy of mine has a Tesla. And I said, you know, driving electric there's some benefits to it. And I said, even with this car, with the limited range that it has, there are some benefits to it. So basically, I wanted to shoot this video to let you guys know that there are definitely, open doors to talk to people about electric vehicles. And again, owning a Tesla does open certain doors because it's a Tesla. I got into a conversation with a gentleman yesterday at a car wash as my car was going through. He said, is that your Tesla? Yeah, it is. So the Tesla has its own kind of thing, but just any electric car really does draw people in. And it seems like for this little smart car people really love this thing. I have an auto mechanic that's big, tall guy, kind of a gruff individual, very rough around the edges, drives a big jacked up pickup truck, has a supercharged 1400 horsepower 79 Camaro, tubbed out with big slicks in the back and a wheelie bar. And he came by my house the other day, saw the smart car in the driveway, ignored the Tesla completely and said, you guys have a smart car? I said, yeah. He says, I really want one of those. And he says, my wife says, hell no, but I'm getting one. And so, and I've encountered that with this car, but it becomes a launching off point to get into the whole EV discussion. So anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know what we encounter driving this little smart car. My wife still doesn't get it. We drove this car through the car wash also just to get some of the grime off from the bottom of it, and my wife drove her BMW and I drove this car. And when we were waiting for him to get done, my wife says, I just don't get it. I still don't get that car, the smart car. And I said, you know, it's a love it or hate it thing, but I said there is a draw to it. And she shook her head and said maybe, you know, but she doesn't get it. That's fine. It's a car that I love. We got it primarily as a spare car, and for Joshua, say hello, Joshua.
Hi.
to use. We had initially bought a little used Saturn, an older car that he could use, but it was going to need some maintenance, and I thought, you know, the beauty of an EV is not that they can't break down, but they generally won't. Overall, you're going to have just far fewer mechanical or just any technical breakdowns with an EV versus a gas car, and not paying for gas. And I figured as a short range EV, he can't drive too far.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's just all I wanted to communicate today. It was just kind of a cool thing, but this is not an isolated event. I run across this kind of thing all the time. It seems like every time I take this car out, if I park it for any duration, people are going to stop, they're going to look at it. We have cars pull into the driveway, stop in front of our house, pull into our neighbor's driveway, and ask about it. It's actually pretty common. In the summertime, more so when people are outside. I did an appliance service call with the Tesla just a couple blocks away from our house the other day, and I had mentioned, I said, you know, we actually live just a couple blocks away. So this lady says, she said, yeah, she says, you guys also have a little smart car in your driveway, right? And I thought, so I'm driving this Tesla, which is supposedly everybody wants one type of thing, but she remembered the smart car. I thought that was funny. So anyway, that's it for the day, guys. Keep your eye on the channel. I have a mountain of content that I'm filming right now and editing. Actually, I have too much content. And a couple people have complained recently that I've been uploading too many videos and to chill out. But honestly, I have more subject matter to cover than there are days in the week. So I'm trying to space it out, but there's a lot of stuff going on. I believe we as a family have figured out what EV we're buying next. Is it cool, Joshua?
They'll have to wait and see.
Will he drive it?
Will you let me drive it?
He's driven the BMW, so, and I've offered to let him drive the Tesla. He hasn't taken me up on it yet. But anyway, I do believe that we as a family have figured out what EV we're ordering for the channel next. Keep your eyes peeled for that. There's a couple other cool things coming up that I'm looking into for the channel, so that's all I'm going to say for now. Anyway, take it easy, guys. Have a great day. Say goodbye, Joshua.
See ya.
Say goodbye, Joshua.
See ya, Joshua.
He's not exactly camera shy. My other son, Jeremiah, has a channel, Breakfast with Jeremiah.
Model X.
Model X just went by. My other son, Jeremiah, has a small YouTube channel, Breakfast with Jeremiah. I'll link it in the description below. You guys can check it out. He's very creative. So anyway, Joshua's been in a couple of those videos. He's not all that camera shy. He's just never been on a good YouTube channel.
If that's what this is.
Anyway. All right. Adios.